Let me introduce the new functionality of KOMPAS-3D version 24. I'll start with changes in the interface. The parameters dialog was completely updated. All settings are organized in a common list. Now you can search necessary settings by their names. Items in the lists in the parameters panel can be removed with the delete key. We have added ordinal numbers to elements in the tree. This can be especially useful when you work with a very complex design history. A lot of improvements have been made in 2D and 3D. The parametric array by grid and array by concentric grid allow you to create arrays of graphic objects in sketch mode, which you can modify after creation using variables. This functionality works in drawing documents as well. We have added new commands for creating elementary bodies. You can create a cone. There are three options: by center of base diameters and height, by center of base diameters and angle, and by two arcs. Please note that the texture simulating toned surface finish was applied to the cone shown in this slide. For the revolution element, revolution surface, and extrusion surface commands, selecting multiple areas as a section has become available. You can see how it works in this video. Now, when you're working with the section command, you can use a body, a surface, or a set of surfaces as secant objects. We've added a few options to the quick access bar. These options allow you to control the selection of curves and their paths. You see how it works in the video. So a contour can be created based on paths of curves, for example. The next new functionality is the pipe element. It's a new way to create a body or a cut. If you need to create a pipe, you need only a path. The section diameter can be defined as a parameter of the pipe element command. We've added the possibility to modify a component's shape in the assembly without any changes to the source component file. All modification parameters are saved in the assembly file. In the variables set of the element by path, surface by path, and pipe element, an info variable of the trajectory length has been added. Now you can specify the range of values for the path length and control it. You can copy components in an assembly and pass them into another assembly using the Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V shortcut. The copy management command has been added. It allows you to find copy operations in the model and its components up to the specified level. The current status is displayed for each operation. You can also edit the parameters here. For example, you can turn on monitoring of source changes for the copy operation if this option is disabled, or update the copy operations. You can also go to editing of the selected copy operation from this command. The geometry check command is a new tool for diagnostic of the mathematical description of bodies, surfaces, and faces for selected objects or for all assembly objects. Now there is a small size check in this slide. The system helps you find elements with a size less than the specified value. This just cuts check informs us that some edges converge at a point. This can often be considered a collision in a model. Let's talk about a very useful functionality, direct editing. We've added a new command that allows you to shift faces or rotate a set of faces to a specified angle about an axis as shown in the current slide. The Replace Faces command has been improved. Now it's possible to replace one group of faces with another group. While the replacing group has to be a set of connected faces, and the replaced group not necessarily. In the slide, you can see the cross-section before and after applying the command. The commands for creating arrays allow you to select not only bodies or operations, but faces for copying. Actually, this is a functionality for direct editing. The new Meet Surface command allows you to select not only individual surfaces, but also sets of faces as base surfaces. We keep refining the rounding surface functionality. The ball rolling method has been added to the rounding surface command. This allows you to get a definite rounding shape. You can see the first example of using this method, the rounding surface between the cylindrical surface and the blade. And the second example is the rounding surface between the body and the wing. It's blue. The surface extension command provides extension of several surfaces at once, as you can see in this slide. The edge simplification option allows you to extend surfaces in cases where the length is limited by the degeneration of the equidistant edge. The tail surface in the slide couldn't be extended without this option. You can also choose whether the resulting surface is a new surface or a part of the base surface. Reverse engineering is a key theme for those who work with the results of 3D scanning or recreate critical parts when original documentation is missing or the manufacturer no longer exists. The surface adjustment command defines the surface type automatically based on the selected area. Available surface types include plane, cone, cylinder, sphere, torus, or spline. We've added the match command that allows you to match a polygonal object to a solid, to a surface, or to another polygonal object in the same model. There are 3 ways to match objects: by 3 points, by view direction and point, by inertial characteristics. Depending on the task, each of these ways may be more effective than the others. In the video, you can see how the by 3 points method works. 3 points were selected on the polygonal object. The corresponding points should be selected on the solid. The matching process is going now. You can see the result and check the quality of the solid, how close it is to the original polygonal model. The deviation analysis command has been refined. Improvements include analysis at a specific point and precision parameters that manage the number of points at which the deviation is measured, and other improvements. What else has appeared in 3D? A standard part that was inserted into a part document can be transformed into a blank. For reading the calc format and writing in it, you don't need LibreOffice or OpenOffice installed on your computer anymore. When selecting overlapping objects, you can select entire complex objects. Editing in window has become available for local parts. There are also other improvements and enhancements, which you can learn more about in the Compass help system. The next improvements concern the speed and performance. We've accelerated processes such as insertion of heavy subassemblies into assemblies thanks to the ability to select a subassembly load mode, assembly opening, preview rendering, and model regeneration. The key improvement in import and export is the development of functionality of the 3D kernel. In version 24, it's possible to read such formats as Inventor, Creo, CATIA, Solid Edge, in addition to NX and SolidWorks that the previous Compass version could read. This concludes the short overview of new functionality in KOMPAS-3D version 24. You can find more information in KOMPAS-3D help system and our video lessons. Thank you for your attention.